I like the experience of birding in Kenya because it's so varied. There are so many beautiful species with so many interesting calls and very fascinating behaviors. You're always gonna find something interesting. I really grew to appreciate birds because of barn swallows. Barn swallows will arrive in Kenya between September and October, and that usually coincides with the start of the short rains. When people see these birds, there's almost this celebration that the rains are coming and that relief is coming and that we're gonna have water again. They stay in the dry months of January all the way through to March, and this is when I usually see them out in the plains of Mugi Conservancy in large numbers. And this makes them such a fixture of the landscape that I have always seen them as African birds. But it made me realize that this is only a part of their story. They migrate to Europe in March, April, and that's where they breed. And it's always been like this dream of mine to be able to see barn swallows courting and building their nests and raising their young in a place that I have never been to. And this dream has finally come true. When I had the chance to visit my friends in the UK, I seized the opportunity to see these birds as I have never seen them before. Hey! I've come to a farm in Dartmoor National Park that I've heard has a good number of birds. Whoa. This is stunning. And right away, I hear a bird that reminds me of home. I can hear a cuckoo. That's the first time I've heard the cuckoo sound, so that's mind-bending. You get them in Kenya, but you can... Oh, no way. Barn swallows! Yes! They're just swooping all around us. This is so beautiful. Since I was a kid, I always wanted to fly like a barn swallow, and that just doesn't go away. They seem to be having way too much fun. It's amazing to see them making their familiar swoops and dives all the way over here on the other side of the world. This is quite like typical behavior of what they do in the mornings, flying around and eating the insects. But the one thing I haven't seen is them nesting, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to see their little nest. It's just so impressive how quickly they dive into these barns. Wow. Wow. They're just such cute little structures. It's just wonderful. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see the tail sticking out, and it's full of feathers. So they must be preparing to have eggs. Barn swallow pairs work together, gathering hundreds of mouthfuls of mud to plaster onto the walls, much like this. For them to be able to construct them like this and just be able to live in them and come back to them every year, it's insane. You usually see tens of thousands of barn swallows in the savannah, and they're swooping all over the farmland. And they roost in the trees and they roost in the reed beds. Now, just being able to see 5 or 6 nests together in a cluster in the corner of a building, in a barn, it's insane. I can see why they're called barn swallows now. It's just mind-blowing to think that in 3-4 months, those little hatchlings would be flying all the way back to Kenya, 6,000 miles away. It's like, what? It's very impressive that we get to share these birds both in Kenya and here in Europe and the UK, and to have them be not just African birds or like European birds, but be birds that span across borders and across cultures and belong to everyone along the way. I think it's quite special.